Welcome to Cut the Slack with your hosts Billy Candelaria and Timothy J. Coy, sponsored by InlandEmpireHealth.com and PremierLocalMedia.com. Well, welcome everybody to the special edition of Cut the Slack. It's the Float State edition, and we're here today with the owner of Float State, James Sirls. Did I get that right?
Got it right.
Okay, awesome. Well, Billy and I both ran across this place some time ago. It's tucked away in kind of a private little area, but not too private. It's easy to find, and we thought it had a really interesting concept. So, James, why don't you tell us a little bit about Float State? What kind of services do you offer here? Where are you located so that people can find you?
So we are located in Corona at the Dos Lagos Shopping Center.
Okay.
We offer all kinds of services for people to relax, heal, unwind, recover, all kinds of stuff, including cryotherapy. We have a Lucia hypnagogic light, an infrared sauna, salt cave, and float tanks.
Wow.
We also do classes like yoga and sound bath and qigong.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So it's called Float State, and that obviously has a meaning, right? So talk to us about the floating. What's that about, first of all?
So floating or sensory deprivation tanks are they're tanks of water that have about 1,100 pounds of Epsom salt. Some of ours have up to 1,700 and 11 inches of water, and we heat that water to skin temperature, and they're in light-proof, soundproof rooms. So basically, when you get in there, you float effortlessly, and it gives your brain a rest from all sensory input. You don't see, taste, feel, smell, hear anything, but you also get a chance for every muscle in your body to relax. Your spine gets to decompress, and just really that state of no sensory input it's a very healing place to be in. Good for watching your thoughts, relaxing. The magnesium in the Epsom salt is amazing for your body.
Okay.
All kinds of good stuff.
So I think one of the rooms is right back here. Is that right? So it's got kind of a nice glowing light. So that's one style of room.
Yep.
And then there's a different style also, right?
Yep. So we have that room behind us is our open float room where you don't have to actually open a door, climb in, and shut anything on you. It's just wide open in the middle of the room. And then we have two Oasis tanks, which are my favorites. They're more for some of the more veteran floaters. If you're claustrophobic, you get a little weirded out when you look at them. A lot of people do. And then we have two cabins. The three rooms over here, the two cabins in the open float rooms can all fit couples in them. They're 6 foot wide by 8 feet long.
Okay. Wow. And the other ones that you're talking about, that's a capsule that you get in, and it's dark.
Yep.
And so kind of sensory deprivation in a way. Is that right?
Yep. That's the purest form. I had no desire to float in those at first, but when I really got into floating, the tank's only as big as your imagination. But when you get into those, I feel more comfy in there. It's really nice. Yeah.
I love it. Billy, have you had a chance to try any of these?
Oh, I've done all of them.
How did I know that?
I've done all of them, and it's such an amazing space. I absolutely love it, and just he knows when I first came here, I'm like, are you the creator? I'm like, respect. Like, first of all, respect, sure. Just because the space that you've created here is truly sacred. Like, It's for people. It's for the soul. It's to escape the noise, all the 5G, wireless, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all this stuff. It really has an effect on our psyche. And to fully disconnect from all of that noise and just be in the tank. I've done both. I've done the cabins. I've also done the smaller capsules. And I did the capsule first because I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it right.
Yeah. You're kind of a jump in with both feet kind of guy.
So I did the cryo first, and then I went to the infrared sauna, and then I did the Lucia light. No. Cryo, sauna, float, Lucia light, and then the salt room.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So cryotherapy, that's something that's fairly new still. And I recognize the term from like the old cryogenic kind of days and, freezing people and all of that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's not that, but it is kind of, right? So tell us a little bit about cryotherapy and what it does, how it helps.
It is kind of. So we have three forms of cryotherapy here. We have the whole body where you stand in a chamber and your head sticks out. And
sure.
Then we have a local cryo where we can focus on areas, and a Cryo Facial. But all three of those we use liquid nitrogen in different machines, turn it into a gas form, and the whole body basically envelops your body in negative 220 degree to negative 250 degree chilled air, and it tricks your brain into thinking your body's freezing. So you wear gloves and slippers and socks and underwear if you want.
Sure.
And pulls the blood from your extremities into your core, and basically enriches your blood, but also creates anti-inflammatory proteins and endorphins. And really, I noticed the endorphins when you come out, you feel pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And then the local can just focus that on specific areas, and the Cryo Facial is it just basically increases collagen production, tightens skin, stuff like that, and just feels very soothing.
Really? Okay, so that's kind of a little more aesthetic then.
Totally, I would say the Cryo Facial for sure is more aesthetic, but it does promote hair growth. So
okay. Oh wait.
I don't get to use it much, but
it looks like we go to the same barber. So
totally.
Well, I've used the cryotherapy before, and I loved it because I do a lot of heavy weightlifting, and when I'm doing squats or deadlifts or anything that really taxes my back, then I come over and do a quick 2 or 3 minute session.
Yep.
And I was afraid initially because I heard 230 below zero. I don't even like it when it's 60 degrees outside. I'm total California boy.
Okay.
But I weathered the storm. It's only 2 or 3 minutes, so you get through it pretty quickly. But when I came out of it, I felt great. Like you said, I felt rejuvenated, and then it seemed to help my back repair a lot more quickly than normal.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's not fun while you're in there, but when you get out, it's pretty
You do
amazing.
a little dance.
Yeah.
You do a little dance. You're doing the little I'm freezing dance kind of thing, but it feels good. Now, what about, is there a calorie burn because of that?
So it does burn calories, yes. And doing it like 10 days in a row, we had one of our employees drop 2% body fat. It burns calories.
That's
yes.
impressive.
Yep.
So it can be helpful in weight loss too.
Yep.
Well, that's really interesting. And Billy, I know you you went in the salt room. I'm not really sure about that, but
Me either.
Okay. I just don't know much. I'm uneducated about
Me too.
that. What was your experience in the salt room? So tell us about what it is.
So it's basically a room that's filled with salt. So it's the whole entire ground, it's the floors, it's the wall. But the interesting element was that I found that you're pumping in salt air, which I believe is the main benefit.
Yep.
But I'm uneducated about those effects as well. Those benefits.
Sure. So it's called Halotherapy. That's the term that they use. And halo is Greek for lump of salt. But they're very popular over in Romania. People have them in their houses. And the main benefits do come from the halo generator, which pulverizes pharmaceutical grade salt, puts it in the air in an aerosol form, and you just sit in there and breathe it, and it gets on your skin. Very good for anything respiratory, pulmonary.
I found myself getting really close to where it's coming out and just taking big breaths, not knowing if that's what you're supposed to do.
Is that good? Or?
But I'm like, let's just get it.
Is that a good thing?
No, it is totally.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
it's pretty amazing. Like lots of people when they hear it, they're like, "Oh, I got to cut down on my salt," and it's a totally different thing when you're breathing it in and letting it get on your skin.
So what are some of the benefits of being in the salt room?
So I have people coming in with asthma, allergies, everything from COPD, bronchitis, but also stuff like psoriasis and eczema. It's helping a lot of people with that kind of stuff. The reason that's here actually is it got rid of my friend's son's asthma, and she was just taking him once a week out to Garden Grove.
Wow.
And totally cleared up his asthma in 3 months.
Okay.
Got rid of it.
That's unheard of.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
So what are a couple other services that you offer here?
So we also, besides that, we have the infrared sauna, which is really good for detoxification and vasodilation. The infrared waves penetrate deeper into your tissues.
As opposed to the regular sauna where they've got like the heated rock. So what's going on in the infrared sauna?
So the infrared sauna only gets to about 150 degrees at the max.
Okay.
So you can stay in there quite a while longer.
Sure.
And it actually is heating your body from the inside. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I go in the sauna at the gym and it's 180 to 200 degrees. It's a special form of torture.
Yep.
Is what it is. And I don't know why I do it. I love to do that though. But it sounds like this is going to be definitely more beneficial.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of benefits with this, and you don't have to, torture yourself. A lot of people have a hard time breathing in them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. So is it not that way in the infrared?
Nope. Most people stay in there at about 145 degrees.
Okay.
And you can stay in for 30, 40 minutes.
No problem.
Yep.
Yeah, like in the ones at the gym, if I can stay in 15 minutes, I'm like a hero.
Yep.
You might pass out.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then go on. What you were going to mention some other services.
So besides that, we have a Lucia hypnagogic light, which is a really wonderful tool. It's this thing basically just flickers white light, and you lay under it with your eyes gently closed, and it puts you in the state of hypnagogia, and they coined that term, this place between wakefulness and sleep. It's like a dream state.
Like a twilight.
Yeah, so or theta brainwave state, meditative state.
So it's difficult because you go in meditation, typically when you're awake, that's beta, right? Where that's high activity, lots of stuff going on in your brain. And then, if I'm not mistaken, then you go into alpha. Is that right? Am I close?
Someone was just asking me about this yesterday, and I don't want to mix it up.
All right.
No, I just know theta is one thing that I became interested in.
Well, theta it's difficult. Well, I guess my point in that is you're in beta mode, and then I'm pretty sure you go into alpha mode after that, which is a more kind of a your brain is more calm. Your brain waves are more calm. You don't typically get into theta unless you're actually going to sleep or just waking up, like that kind of groggy feeling. So in meditation, it's really difficult to get yourself into a theta brainwave state because your mind is so busy. So that's what this does.
It does, yeah. Along with float tanks, also people are finding that the theta brainwave state is more common. But with this light, basically, even though the light is white and your eyes are gently closed, and the light sits about 25-30 inches from your face, we play some relaxing music. When it starts doing its thing, for some reason your brain turns that white light into colors and shapes and patterns. You become extremely present, and there's not much thought about tomorrow or 5 minutes from now. You're very present.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I heard some of the guys talking about patterns and colors and stuff like that. So that's what they were referring to there.
Yeah, they're profound experiences you get from this thing. It's a wonderful tool.
Interesting. Did you try that one, Billy?
Oh, yeah. And it was insane. Yeah, so there's a few different packages that you can choose, right? There is the Calm, but they have the DMT, they have LSD. So there's different.
What are you talking about?
It's based on the audio.
That's the name of the package,
right? Yeah.
Okay.
So there's different Lucia light.
So they're not real DMT here.
Yeah,
right?
no. A lot of people,
Not yet.
Even though they don't know that those names are on those tracks. So there's about 150 different tracks. A lot of people do compare it to. They say that was like DMT. The older crowd says like a lot like LSD.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sure. And the tracks are the music that you're speaking of, right?
The tracks, we play like solfeggio tunes with it, or relaxing music, some just cool stuff to go with. But no, there really are. There's easy, medium, and strong for the intensity or the kind of trip that you go on, the ride, the experience. Some of them are very meditative, calming, relaxing and stuff. The other ones are really more of a ride, like the DMT and the LSD. You're really going on a trip. So
set me up visually. You're in a room, right?
Yep.
And what's happening?
So we have something that looks almost like those old architect magnifying glasses, that would pull over with the big circle.
Sure.
And that's the light head. And you just lay down on we have a massage table in there.
Okay.
And basically just get as comfortable as you can get. And we roll the thing over. It sits about 25 inches from your face. Put on the nice headphones. Get as comfy as you can. And
the light
and
show.
then it starts. And usually most sessions go for about a half an hour long.
Okay.
And most people, when they're done, just like they can't believe that a half hour has gone by. Some people have experiences of just past life stuff, floating, presence of dead relatives, like all kinds of wild stuff.
Just coming up. Wow, that's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And of course you probably they're transcending time at a certain point, right?
Yep.
So you lose track of time, and 30 minutes seems like 5.
Yep.
That's amazing. I got to try that one for sure.
Definitely.
Did we cover all of them, or is there more that you do?
So we went over the cryo, Lucia, salt cave, infrared, and float tanks. Other than that, we do yoga and some cool sound bath stuff here. But for the services, that's what we offer. Nice.
Now tell us about the sound baths.
And I'm sorry, we also do massage.
So okay. Well, let's not leave it out.
Yeah, we also offer massage, all different types, and the lomi and all that stuff. But we've got 2 different therapists. Yeah, we do the massage and float combo is pretty amazing. People are really loving that. I love it.
So what's that? Tell us about that.
Unbelievable. You just get a massage before you float.
Okay.
We have our therapists are amazing, and then you hop into a float tank. You're in that relaxed state and just loose, and it's something else.
So rather than taking 5 or 10 minutes to just clear your head, you're already there after the massage, and you can really get the full impact.
It's an amazing experience. It's very, very healing. Self-care is unbelievable. Yeah.
What about...
Have we combined the Lucia light with the float tank yet?
Working on the Lucia float. We're just talking about that, actually. So, yeah, that's going to be next level stuff right there.
I will be the guinea pig on that one.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I love it. I love it.
On the scale from the Lucia light, the Calm, DMT, LSD, which would you say is the strongest?
So of all the tracks, I would say the LSD is the most crazy experience I've had.
Okay.
Just stuff.
So I made the right choice.
Yeah, stuff I can't even explain actually has happened when I was doing that thing. But
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I never knew about the different tracks and stuff.
Unbelievable tool. I mean, the thing was invented by a neuroscientist from Austria who had a
Okay.
near-death experience when he was 8 years old. Like,
Okay.
it's an amazing. It's not a toy. It's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then what about meditation? Do you guys get into that here as well?
Totally. I mean, really, it's people come in here for different reasons. For a lot of athletes and recovery stuff. People do ask a lot or mention that they're trying to get into meditation. Or I do hear a lot of still like, I can't meditate. I've tried it. That's where that Lucia light is really cool. It kind of opens a door for
Sure.
people. I used to call that forced meditation.
Okay.
And then I didn't want to be trying to like come try this forced meditation. It doesn't sound too good, but it's really cool that opens up that door, and people really are getting into a state of watching their thoughts when they're in float tanks for sure, and relaxing and really just letting stuff flow and watching it, and getting the quieting of mind going on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We have a mutual friend,
Yeah.
Patty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were bringing up sound baths and how that worked and stuff like that, and I was having a day, and I was gonna say, what should I go get a sound bath or should I go float? These are the tough decisions of my life, right? And so it's like, I contacted Patty. I'm like, hey, are you available today for a sound bath? We've done it a few times, and it's basically where she uses these stone bowls with a wand, and each bowl emits a certain frequency that tunes to our body's natural frequency, and it's basically just supposed to realign us, kind of ground us back to our natural state. And yeah, I've done it a few times with her, and I felt the benefits, and it was really cool, because as I was telling her, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to you or go float, and she's great energy, and she said that she's done classes here.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Patty's good people. She's been coming in here since I was building the place, so
Yeah.
I got to meet her back when I was building. She goes out and meditates by the lakes.
yeah,
Yeah, wonderful people.
she's a Reiki master.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on Cut the Slack. For more information on health and nutrition, please visit us at inlandempirehealth.com. For more information on promoting your business, visit us at premierlocalmedia.com.